Convenience is everywhere, and yet a quiet emptiness keeps showing up. Not dramatic sadness, not crisis. It's just a dull sense that something is missing. And the confusing part is this: nothing is obviously wrong, so people assume the problem must be them, but it isn't. The emptiness you feel isn't personal failure, it's structural. For most of human history, life was shaped by friction. Effort was unavoidable. Discomfort was normal. Progress was slow. And friction did something important. It gave actions weight. When survival required effort, meaning emerged naturally. Today, friction has been engineered out of life. You don't walk much. You don't wait much. You don't struggle much, at least not physically. On the surface, this looks like progress. But psychologically, something was lost. Meaning doesn't come from comfort. It comes from engagement. When life becomes too smooth, nothing presses back. And without resistance, the mind doesn't register significance. This is why comfort feels good but not fulfilling. Pleasure relaxes the nervous system, but meaning activates the mind. Those are not the same thing. Modern life is optimized for pleasure, not depth. Scrolling replaces reflection. Stimulation replaces curiosity. Convenience replaces involvement. So the mind is entertained but underused. And an underused mind doesn't feel satisfied, it feels empty. This is why boredom feels heavier now than it used to. In the past, boredom was a pause. A space where the mind wandered, imagined, questioned. Now boredom feels like irritation. Because the brain has been trained to expect constant input. When nothing is happening, it doesn't relax. It feels deprived. Not because life is empty, but because attention has been outsourced. This is also why people chase productivity without purpose. They're busy, active, constantly optimizing. But the activity isn't anchored to meaning, it's anchored to distraction. So even progress feels hollow. Comfort creates another illusion, that ease equals well-being. But psychological well-being requires challenge, not suffering challenge, something that demands effort, engagement, and presence. Without that, the mind drifts. This is why people feel tired even when resting, why weekends don't restore energy, why entertainment feels numbing instead of refreshing. The issue isn't that life is hard. It's that life has become too passive. You consume more than you create. You react more than you choose. You absorb more than you express. And a life lived mostly in reaction never feels fully owned. Meaning requires participation. It asks something of you. Comfort asks nothing. And when comfort becomes the goal, life becomes easier, but thinner. This doesn't mean you should reject comfort entirely. It's not realistic. The problem isn't comfort itself. It's comfort without counterbalance. Depth comes from friction, from responsibility, from choosing something difficult because it matters. This could be learning something slowly, building something without validation, thinking deeply instead of consuming endlessly. Not impressive things, but real ones. The emptiness people feel today is not because life lacks opportunity, it's because life lacks weight. Too much is easy, too little matters. And the mind can feel that imbalance even if it can't explain it. Understanding this doesn't magically fix everything, but it removes the confusion. Stop asking what's wrong with me and start asking what kind of life actually engages me. That question is uncomfortable, but it's honest. And honesty is where depth begins.